So I've been itching to do another 10-year expansion rebuild for a little bit because that's one of my favorite rebuilds to do in 2K. But I want to make it as challenging as possible. So I'm going to implement 3 challenges today. We are going to be taking control over the Omaha Airmen. I tried picking the smallest market possible. No offense to anybody living in Nebraska. We also added the Virginia Storm over to the Eastern Conference. And since that, we're going to operate as a small market team. We're going to act like we have a cheap owner. I'm not allowed to go negative $15 million in cap space. And if I do, I lose my first round pick for that following season. And with inflation going up, this is going to be hard to keep under. And also, I'm not allowed to use the trade finder at all in this video to make a deal. And then going back to the small market way, I'm not allowed to offer any contracts bigger than 15 million per year in free agency. But I am allowed to re-sign any of my current players for more than 15 mil. We're also going to have the contract negotiation difficulty up to 100 and the CPU re-sign aggressiveness as well. And teams are going to be able to protect up to 12 different players. So I just went through every team and protected players realistically. And I'm not controlling the Virginia Beach team, so we're not going to be drafting for them. So we have the #1 overall pick, Klay Thompson, on an expiring contract. So maybe I kind of messed that one up. I'm not going to draft him though. It's just for 1 year. I think I'm going to take a chance on Markelle Fultz on a 1-year deal. The next 2 picks were Klay Thompson and Alec Burks. I don't know why Fultz is listed as a shooting guard. He would definitely start at the point guard position for us. We're going to bring in Luke Kennard to Omaha, as well as Jordan Walsh from the Boston Celtics. Darius Bazley goes next, as well as Dennis Smith Jr. I'm going to sign Micic as well, or draft him here to be the backup point guard. I'm also going to take Chris Boucher because we're going to need some big man depth. Next pick is Monte Morris and Andre Jackson. That's a nice pickup. So I'm going to take Ryan Repair here from Portland and Julian Champagnie from the San Antonio Spurs. Next pick is Gordon Hayward and Daniel Tice. We're then going to take Julian's brother, Justin Champagnie, and also pick up Cam Reddish as well from the LA Lakers. Give me Javonte Green on a 1-year deal. We could maybe flip him at the deadline. And I'm going to take a chance on Imani Bates. Hunter Tyson from the Denver Nuggets is going to be my next pick. And then we're also going to go, I don't really want a big man that's under control after this year. So let's opt for Alex Len from the Kings. Jayshawn Tate and Maxi Kleber were the next 2 picks. And my final pick is going to be Evan Fournier, who has a team option at the end of the year. This team is not going to be good whatsoever. That would be funny if I was actually over the cap already, because then I would lose my first, but no, we got 49 million. We're okay there. We also picked up Ricky Rubio as well. So I think I'm going to start Fultz at the 1. I don't even think I want to play Ricky Rubio. And I think the game signed Kemba Walker for me as well. We're not going to really worry about that. So I think the last couple spots could be Reddish, could be Jordan Walsh. And honestly, let's see what like Hunter Tyson can do as well. So I think Fournier can get 15 minutes. Same with Reddish. Same with Walsh and Tyson. Micic could get like 22 minutes a night. Let's go 27 to Chris Boucher. Honestly, we may need 30 minutes out of him. Same with Javonte Green. This team is not going to be good this year. We know it's not going to be good. I don't know who's going to be part of this core going forward. But looking at our salary cap, the only guys that are under contract next year are Boucher, Micic, Champagnie, Cam Reddish is a player option, and then a whole lot of nothing. So this team's about to win 10 games, but we started off the season 2-0 apparently. Oh my God, this team is 5-44. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a tough challenge. Wow, we have a 10% winning percentage. We may end up as the worst team of all time. 2-30 in the conference, 2-24 at home. I'm sorry, the fans of Omaha. We're really not giving you a show to start off the team's franchise history. I mean, Markelle Fultz is somebody I could probably get something for at the deadline. Probably only him. I think maybe Javonte Green as well. And not being able to use the trade finder, I have no idea what the market would be for Javonte Green. I mean, could I get like a lousy first round pick from the Thunder? Like if I offered them Javonte Green for this Miami Heat lottery pick and Bismack Biyombo, what would they say? Well, they counter it for Chris Boucher and Mike Muscala. All right, I'll do this trade. We're going to give them some big man help, and we're giving them Javonte Green. I'm getting a first-round pick. We're probably not going to win another single game this season. Markelle Fultz would actually re-sign with us, so we're going to give him I think a 4-year deal. Let's try to lock him up. Can I give him a 5th year? No. 4-year deal. $13.25 million flat rate. Let's do that. Not going to really be a cap casualty. I'm a fan of that deal. We do have a team option on Luke Kennard, who I'll probably just pick up in the offseason. Like 48 is definitely gone. All right, so Luka Doncic wins MVP at the end of year number 1. Wemby, Rookie of the Year. Russ, 6th Man of the Year. Depoy Wemby. Julian Champagnie, Most Improved. Honestly, 35 from 3, 80 from the line. I think I would like to bring him back as a rotational piece going forward. We obviously didn't get anybody on the All-NBA or All-Defensive teams, neither the All-Rookie teams as well. So obviously, we did not make the playoffs. How did the Virginia Beach, what are they called? The Neptunes? The Storm. Virginia, they ended up going 20-62. We went 17-65. We're definitely going to get a new head coach next season, but Markelle Fultz was actually pretty good for us, and he's going to be the starting point guard going forward. Hopefully, we can maybe get him back to what he was at Washington. I doubt it, though. Champagnie was pretty good, at least from 3. That's really it. Kennard, I think we'll be back. I think I'm going to pick up the team option, but honestly, I mean, I could pick it up and trade it, but I could probably decline him and then bring him back in free agency. You know, Bismack Biyombo honestly wasn't that bad for us. So let's just move on. I don't think Jordan Walsh or Hunter Tyson did anything to impress me that much this season. And the winner of the 2024 finals is going to be between Trae Young and the Hawks and Luka Doncic, who just put up a 45-point triple-double against the Clippers. And the Hawks win in 7 with Trae Young being your finals MVP. All right, draft lottery time. For 17 wins, please give me the #1 overall pick. I am begging you, and we end up going with the 2nd overall pick in the draft. Honestly, could be a lot worse, so I'm okay with it. We could have dropped to 5. Do we also get the Heat's first round pick in this draft? No, that's actually a lot of protected next year. So it's a 29th pick this year. Hopefully the Heat are bad next year. Ethan Hawkins is our head coach. I feel like I should try to find a new one. So yeah, let's fire Ethan Hawkins. Could I get Ime Udoka? That'd be pretty sweet. If not, I'll take Darko Rajakovic. So let's see. Yeah, so Ime Udoka does not sign with us. We're going to take Darko as our next head coach. All right, so it is the night of the 2024 NBA draft. Alex Sarr is projected to go #1 via Brooklyn, but to the Rockets. Ron Holland #2, I would be a fan of. He's my 2nd ranked prospect in the 2024 draft. I have Sarr 1, Holland 2, so I'm good either way with whoever I end up with. The Rockets select Cody Williams #1. All right, I'm going to take my #1 guy. We have a big hole at the center position. Let's draft a franchise center with the #1 overall pick in Alexandra Sarr. And then I'm going to take Bobby Klitman here early in the 2nd round. So we may have, honestly, a brand new front court next year. Klitman, the 2nd rounder at the 4, and then Sarr, the center at the 5. So we are obviously going to sign both those guys. The rest of the top 5 went Risa Shea 3 to the Spurs, Holland 4 to the Mavericks, Stephon Castle 5 to the Storm. Wow, that's funny that the Mavericks ended up getting the 4th overall pick. Zach Edey 7 to the Wizards. So Kennard for $14 million, I'm actually going to let walk. Same with Fournier. And Cam Reddish opts out of his deal, which was kind of surprising. I thought he was going to take that, but honestly, for $2 million, I guess that makes sense. Champagne, I'm going to bring back, or we're going to extend the qualifying offer to. Same with Amani Bates. It's basically the minimum. So I'm going to sign LeBron James. I'm just kidding. We're not allowed to do that. So if I'm ever $15 million over the cap, I got to be pretty good because then I can afford losing my 1st round pick. So like the Alex Sarr extension would not hit in until the 2028 offseason, so we do have some time. And I said I can't dish out any contract bigger than $10 million per year. So I'm going to start things off trying to get Taylor Horton Tucker. I'm going to give him a 3-year deal, team option on the last year, and he could start at the shooting guard position for us with Fultz starting at the 1. I'm going to give Mo Bamba a 2-year deal as well to be the backup center to Alex Sarr. And I want to see if I can get Trendon Watford on a 2-year deal as well. So did we get all 3 of them? Yes, we do. I actually think I'm going to let Luke Kennard walk. I'd rather just sign a really good defensive shooting guard. But there aren't really great defensive shooting guards out here. I think I would like Buddy Hield. He's got a 1-year deal. Let's sign Buddy Hield. Let's give him a 2-year deal. Let's give it fully guaranteed, $24 million in total. And boom, we signed Buddy Hield. So we're pretty much good to go next year. I don't think we're going to win many more games. We went 17-65 last year. I'm just hoping we can maybe win 24-ish games, 25 games, and I'll be happy. LeBron James ended up signing with the Utah Jazz. And Alex Sarr is going to be our highest overall player as a 19-year-old rookie. All right, so this is going to be the starting 5. Fultz, Hield, Champagnie, Bobby Klitman, and Alex Sarr. Excited about that front court this season. Then we're going to have THT, Trendon Watford, Mo Bamba, Micic, and Jordan Walsh off the bench. We have Spencer Dinwiddie and Gordon Hayward, who we signed to minimum deals. They're going to be reserves. And then we have Hunter Tyson and Ryan Rupert as well. So yeah, we did let Amani Bates walk. And I think the game, like last year, released Champagnie's brother. So that was kind of unfortunate. We're 2.5 star balance. It's going to be another like figure it out year. We started off the season with a 24-point loss to the Pistons. Yeah, it's not going to be a good year by any stretch, but hopefully we just win more than 17 games in which we won last year. But we get off to an 0-5, 0-6 start. All right, we are here at the trade deadline and we have 10 wins, which is better than what we were last year at the trade deadline. We are 10-41. We are the worst team in the NBA by 1 game over the Virginia Storm. So not great so far for these expansion teams. Our leading scorer is Taylor Horton Tucker. I mean, at least we have a little bit better of talent this season. But THT's been kind of inefficient. He does have a guaranteed contract for next year. Or did I give him a team option? I forget. For THT. Oh, you know, so he has a guaranteed $11 million next year and then a team option for the 2026 season. Fultz has been good. I wish the assist kind of went up a little bit more. He had 3.7 last year, 5.3 this year. The shot has kind of fallen off a little bit. Alex Sarr, he's going to have his growing pains in his rookie season. Obviously not in a winning environment. Hopefully that changes soon. Buddy Hield is shooting 44% from 3. If I wanted to trade him at the deadline, I could probably get something good. But he's under, well, does he have a team option? No, I think he's under contract. Yeah, fully guaranteed. So we could move him on draft night if we wanted to. Bobby Klitman has his inefficiency struggles to start off his career. Julian Champagny, not playing as well as he did last year. There's Trent Watford, Misic, Bamba. Nobody too exciting down here, unfortunately. So I think that's just going to be it for me. I'm not going to make any moves to this team right now. I kind of want to see us get close to 25 wins, so I didn't want to sell. All right, Nikola Jokic wins the 2025 MVP award. Rookie of the year goes to Rob Dillingham, so not Alex Sarr. Amen Thompson, 6th man of the year. Deep Boy goes to Wemby. Most improved goes to Bones Highland, and LaMelo Ball, clutch player of the year. On NBA first team, we have Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Wemby, and Morant. I don't think we were going to see any Omaha Airmen here on the All-NBA teams. You do see Killian Hayes on all defensive second team. Great, amazing efficiency over there in Virginia. We do get Alex Sarr and Bobby Klitman on all rookie first team. I will take that, joining the rookie of the year, Rob Dillingham, Nikola Topic, and Isaiah Collier. Both are on the Sixers. And obviously, we're not going to be in the playoffs here in 2025. We ended the season with an 18-64 record. We won one more game than we did last year. All right, not the improvement I wanted. We finished with the second worst record in the NBA, so I guess that's some improvement, as the Virginia Storm were a couple games worse than us. Yeah, I don't think anybody really wowed me this year. I mean, THT was fine. Probably going to be back next year. Markel Fultz, not great. Did not pick up did not capitalize off the really good season he had in 24, where he could have won maybe most improved player. Sarr obviously will be back next year. Hopefully can be an all-star, all defensive big man one day. Buddy Hield was lights out from 3. He is 32 years old, so maybe I should trade him in the offseason. Bobby Klitman had his struggles, probably going to go to the bench next year. Champagny, I'd like for him not to be in the rotation. Same with Misic and Jordan Walsh. Watford and Bamba could be backup big man. That's fine. In the finals, you have Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets, Darius Garland and the Cavs. No, I lied. Jokic won Western Conference Finals MVP, but the Warriors won. And the Cavs defeated the Warriors in 6 games. They swept the Bucks as well in the conference finals. LeBron retires on the Utah Jazz. I'm going to override LeBron's retirement. I don't think he'll retire at the end of the he may at the 25 season, but I want to keep him around as long as possible. So we had the projected second overall pick in the lottery. We're not going to get that Heat pick at 10 because it is lottery protected. Can we stay in the top 3? Please don't drop me out of the top 3. All right, we dropped one spot, 2 to 3. Big market teams picking 1 and 2. Lakers at 1, Knicks at 2. The Storm from Virginia fall all the way to 5. That Heat pick ended up at 10, so it's lottery protected. We're going to get it next year, so we're going to have 2 firsts in the 2026 draft. Shout out to Javonte Green for getting us that pick, as well as I think Chris Boucher. So I'm debating if I want to trade down. There is a lot of good talent in this draft. I think I'm going to look to move Buddy Hield. But actually, let's see who's just available at 3. I assume Flag and maybe Bailey are going to be 1 and 2. The Lakers with the number 1 pick. Nope, they take Dylan Harper. Okay, we'll definitely take that. Number 2 pick, the New York Knicks, they select, are they going to go Cooper Flag? They do. So Ace Bailey's on the board, but I think I may go in a different direction. I may go VJ Edgecombe here. You also have Dig Pate as well from the G League Ignite. Drake Powell's here. Ian Jackson's here. I'm going to take VJ Edgecombe, though, out of Baylor. Hopefully could be a superstar for us. All right, I want to see if I can move pick 34, so the second pick in the second round, and Buddy Hield for pick 13 from the Spurs. They can get some floor spacing around Wemby. They are going to agree to that. So here's how the draft went after us. Dig Pate goes to the Thunder. Floyd Badunga goes to the Storm. JQ to the Rockets. McNeely. Ace Bailey fell all the way to 10 to the Heat, so hopefully, man, Ian Jackson just went too. Carter Bryant I would have liked. I'm going to take Carter Knox. I got to change his name. It's Carter with a K. He's going to Kentucky, but I think he decommitted once Coach Calipari went to the Arkansas Razorbacks. So we have our wings next year that are a little bit more exciting with Edgecombe at the 2 and Knox at the 3. So team player options, Watford, 8.7 mil, and Bamba. Honestly, I'm going to let everybody walk here, even Ryan Rupert. So we are going to have to wonder if they progress well enough down the line. I'm not going to probably be able to afford Carter Knox, VJ Edgecombe, and Alex Sarr. We're going to have to keep that in the back of our minds. I can't spend more than $15 million on a player in free agency, so I don't think we're going to be able to go after Trey Jones. Dennis Schroeder's here, Bones Highland, Ben Simmons, Davion Mitchell, TJ McConnell, but he's 33 years old. But honestly, getting him on a 1-year deal because Fultz is still going to start for us. Let's try that. I'm going to go for Kevon Looney on a 2-year deal to be the backup center behind Alex Sarr. I would love to get John Collins, but $28 million is just too much. So I'm actually going to offer Jonathan Isaac a 2-year deal, fully guaranteed, and he's going to start at the power forward spot next to Alex Sarr. Him and Sarr in the front court defensively is going to be elite. And lastly, I want to see if I can get Andrei Stojakovic, who's in the transfer portal right now from Stanford. He's a former McDonald's All-American. Hold on, let's sign McConnell, Looney, and Isaac first. But yeah, Stojakovic, I want to see, he's not going to be able to sign the minimum, but could I get him on a 3-year deal and hopefully just maybe even a 4-year deal? This is kind of risky, but I'm going to front load that. I can probably drop that to 3.25 million, and then hopefully he could be a real rotational piece for us like down the line. So Sarr's up to an 81, Isaac's an 80, Horn Tucker's in a 78, McConnell regresses to a 77, but he's still going to be our backup point guard. All right, so this is going to be the starting five: Fultz, Edgecombe, Knox, Isaac, Sarr, with THT, Looney, McConnell, Klintman, and Jordan Walsh off the bench. I'm going to send Stojakovic, Andre, to the G League. I'm hoping this is our best season yet. We have assistant proficiency of 2.5 start balance. First game of the season on the road against the Thunder. We end up getting blown out of the building. So we won 17 games our first year, 18 games in year 2. Can we crack 20 wins this year, please? All right, we are 19 and 35 at the trade deadline. I think we're going to get 20 wins this year, or at least I'm hoping we can. We are not the worst team in the Western Conference either. That's going to go to the LA Clippers. And the Virginia Storm are 12 and 38 over there in the East. Unfortunately, the Miami Heat are pretty good this year, so we're not going to get a nice lottery pick from them. Alex Sarr is actually leading the team in scoring, 16 points and 9 rebounds, 2.2 assists tonight, 1.9 blocks. The efficiency still isn't great, but hey, good improvement from the 20-year-old. VJ Edgecombe, 34 from 3, 79 from the line, 45 from the field. I'll take that from the 19-year-old man out of Baylor, not Kentucky. THT, 13 points, much better efficiency this year. I think I may pick up that $11 million team option. Fultz, the efficiency is a little bit better this season, but maybe trending towards more being a backup point guard than a starter. Carter Knox, I mean, the efficiency hasn't been great, but he's just turned 20 years old. I think he'll be fine. I like Isaac at the 4. The efficiency also isn't great, but at least our defense is improved, and that's something we definitely needed to do. We have 5 guys averaging a steal. McConnell is averaging a steal off the bench, which is great. 2 guys averaging a block a night. I'm going to keep the team how it is. So Luka averages a 31-point triple-double as your MVP. Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year. He gets it over VJ Edgecombe or Carter Knox. Pojemski, 6th Man of the Year. Depoy goes to Wemby. Craig Porter, Most Improved. Shout out to him. Is he starting or was he coming off the bench? Or did they move Garland to the 2? I'm so confused. He started 78 games. Kyrie, he signed with Virginia. Okay, he was a beast. Monty Williams, Coach of the Year. I doubt we're going to get anybody on an All-NBA team this year, but Garland is still in Cleveland. Is Donovan Mitchell still in Cleveland? I don't know. We did get Edgecombe and Carter Knox on all-rookie first team. We did not make the play-in tournament. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is not there. They moved Garland to the 2, and they have Craig Porter at the 1. I mean, Garland, he could have won MVP this season. So yeah, unfortunately, we didn't make the play-in tournament this year. I don't think we were going to be too close to making it, but we did end up winning 30 games, 12 more from last year. Hopefully next year we could flirt with being 500, and this 4-year rebuild would be complete. May need a 5th year though. So here are the player stats. Sarr finished with 17 and 9. Edgecombe had a good year. I think this could be our 1-2 punch. It's going to be our Kobe and Shaq, right? So John Morant was your Eastern Conference Finals MVP and Garland in the West. The Grizzlies were the 8 seed. They beat the Jazz in 5, beat the Spurs in 6, and then the Pelicans in 6. Let's see who wins the 2026 NBA Finals. And the 8-seeded Grizzlies win it all with John Morant averaging 35 and 8 as your Finals MVP. So many good young point guards in this league. They're kind of in their prime now. The Storm had Chris Paul and Kyrie Irving in their backcourt, which is kind of sick. LeBron, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook are all heading to the Hall of Fame. Draft lottery, our pick is projected at number 5. Wow, the Storm were still the worst team in the league, and Miami's pick is technically a lottery pick now that there's 16 teams in the lottery. Our pick drops to 7, which is fine. I mean, I didn't think I was going to get lucky again. We have 7 and 16 in this draft, which is good. I'm excited to see what maybe Stojakovic could do in the rotation next year. So, like, right now, like, we'll have Fultz, maybe try to add a point guard. Maybe we're going to draft one. We have THT, who I think I'm going to bring back. He had a strong year in his age 25 season. Edgecombe and Stojakovic, I want to play. Knox, I want to play, and Stojakovic may play over Jordan Walsh because his efficiency has not been good. We have Isaac and Klintman right now, and then Sarr, and I think Kevon Mooney will be back as the backup center. Looking at mock drafts right now, 7th overall, they have us taking Koa Pete, a power forward out of Zona. I would take a power forward, pair him up with Alex Sarr in that front court. Caden Boozer, though, I think I would be targeting as well. I mean, I would love to get him with that Heat pick, but I doubt he's on the board. So I think Koa Pete or Caden Boozer are the 2 guys I'm targeting at number 7. AJ Nabanta goes number 1 to the Sacramento Kings. Number 2 is Kamama Locke. He's out of Duke now. 3 is Darren Peterson. 4 is Caleb Wilson. 5 is Cameron Boozer. Wow, he fell. And then 6 is it going to be Caden Boozer. The Pelicans are trading the pick and another first for Fred VanVleet and Daron Sharp. What a terrible trade for them. And they take Bryson Tiller out of Bama. So Koa Pete and Caden Boozer are both here, but I kind of want the 6'5 point guard. Yeah, I kind of want Caden Boozer and see what we can do with him. So let's take him here. If Koa Pete falls to like 9, maybe I'll try trading up. The Magic are trading this pick, though, and another first for Derek White and Drew Holiday. Just goes to show how bad that Pelicans trade was. Ellis Harrington's the next pick. I mean, could I move up 7 spots here? It would probably cost me Markelle Fultz, and I don't think I can afford to do that right now. So let's see if he falls any bit further. Koa Pete. All right, he's still on the board. All right, so if I offered 16... 41, and maybe Jonathan Isaac, actually. That's a lot, but the Lakers can't even afford to do that. All right, never mind. We may have to wait because, yeah, they're paying Siakam and AD and D'Lo and Hashimura and Dylan Harper all this money. Don't take Koa Pete, please. There goes the dream of getting him. All right, let's just stay at 16. And I'm going to take Jasper Johnson, a point guard out of Kentucky, with McConnell potentially gone and us not re-signing Markelle Fultz at the end of the year. Johnson could be the backup to Caden Boozer next year. And we took Nico Budinger out of Ohio State with the 19th overall pick. What are the odds he's the son of Chase? I couldn't really find anything, but honestly, 7-foot, 19-year-old big man, like that could be valuable for us down the line. We're going to pick up the team option on THT and Kevon Mooney. We're going to decline it on Walsh, Champagnie, and Tyson. End of an era. Bobby Clipman, oh yeah, he was a second-round pick, so we're going to give him the qualifying offer. And we're not really at like any threat of going over the cap right now. Like we have $35 million to spend. Fultz, oh, he does have 2 years left on his deal. He could be somebody we end up moving down the line. I would love to go after Jalen Johnson, but he wants $20 million right now. Let's see if his price tag goes down. We are going to renounce the rights on everybody here but Bobby Clipman. All right, could I sign Jalen Johnson to a one-year deal worth $14.99 million so I don't go over my $15 million threshold? And it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Okay, so we're going to get Clipman back on the qualifying offer. I'm excited about still the young core that we have here and how like our first-round picks, Caden Boozer can do and Jasper Johnson. And we've been progressing technically every single year of this video. And we won 30 games last year, so I'm hoping we can do, I don't know, a similar jump this year. We went from 18 wins to 30 wins. Could we go from 30 to 42? All right, so I want to see Caden Boozer play a decent amount. Honestly, I kind of want to start him over Markelle Fultz. Feel a little bit more excited about him. We are not going to play, I don't know, like if I want to play Jasper Johnson in his rookie season. I may send him down to the G League with Nico Budinger. I think Andrea Stojakovic, we're going to give like 12 minutes a night to. Bobby Clipman, 15. Same with Kevon Mooney. Let's go 23 to Fultz, 25, 24 to THT. Let's do 33 to Sar, 27 to Isaac, 30 to Knox, 32 to Edgecombe. And let's see what we can do. 29 to Boozer. Let's see if he can be good as a rookie. I'm going to sign Jason Preston to a one-year deal just so I could send Nico Budinger to the G League. First game of the year, we ended up losing to the Bulls by 19. Sar had 22. Knox had 21. All right, Talon Tucker is having a solid year, and he actually wants a little bit less than what I guess I overpaid for him a couple years ago. So let's sign him to a 3-year extension worth $24 million. Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Asia Abanta is your Rookie of the Year. James Wiseman, 6th Man of the Year. Depoy goes to Wemby. Jeremy Sohan, most improved player over in Virginia. I was going to say had a good statistical season, but the efficiency wasn't that great. Leandro Barbosa, I didn't even know he was a coach in this game. On the Raptors, Coach of the Year, since we have Darko Rojakovic. Sohan's on All-NBA second team. Cooper Flagg on All-NBA second team as well. Kyrie in Virginia on All-NBA third team. There's all defensive first team, all defensive second team. We do get Caden Boozer on all rookie first team. 7 assists. Kind of inefficient from 3, but that good free throw percentage makes me think he's going to be a good 3-point shooter in this league. So I'm cool with that. Finished better than his brother. And there's Andre Stojakovic as well. And we finished the season as the 10th seed. So hey, that is improvement. I thought we were above 500. We actually finished at 500, 41 and 41. So we went from 17 wins in year 1, 18 wins in year 2, 30 wins in year 3, and 41 wins in year 4. That is year-on-year improvement. Brick by brick. Nobody said it was going to get like done right away. Rome wasn't built overnight. VJ Edgecombe in year number 2, great numbers, and he's got 2 more years of that rookie contract. Sar is due for a contract extension next year. Carter Knox, much better year this year than his rookie season by far. THT is a good bench player for us, and we did extend him. We already went over Boozer. There's Jonathan Isaac, who shot well from 3, but not overall from the field. Good defender. Probably going to look for an upgrade at the power forward spot in the offseason. Bobby Clipman was pretty good off the bench. And I didn't mean to simulate that game. I wanted to do Simcast, but we won. We scored 51 points in the 4th quarter. Oh my God. There we go, Stojakovic. Well, he took 10 shots. Hey, a win is a win. Shout out to VJ Edgecombe, Carter Knox, and Alex Sar in this one. So we're taking on the Lakers. Winner is going to go to take on the 8 seed in the playoffs. Could we make it to the playoffs? For the first time in this video, we have a great first quarter, but a horrendous second quarter. Play well in the 3rd at the start of the 4th. We're down by 6. Can we do this? Can we complete the comeback? Nope, they pull away. They're up by 13. And we are going to get eliminated in the play-in tournament. But you know what? That is progress. Being bottom feeders in the NBA the first 2 years. Improvement last year. This year, losing in the play-in tournament. We'll take that. VJ Edgecombe may be a star in this league. D'Lo and Cam Thomas combined for 64. Or that may have been even 66 points. The finals are the Pelicans and the Raptors. Scotty Barnes versus Zion Williamson. And the Raptors with Leandro Barbosa win it all. And they had James Harden as well, so he retires with a ring. Harden, George, and Jimmy Butler all heading to the Hall of Fame. Draft lottery time, we will have a lottery pick, and our pick is going to be at 15 in this draft. All right, so the mock drafts have us taking at 15 Jerry Dennis, a forward out of Auburn, or Howie George out of Virginia Tech, or Roderick Parks out of Xavier. I want to look to trade, I think, Markelle Fultz on draft night, so maybe I could trade Markelle Fultz 15 and the, what would this be, 47 to move up. I don't know if it can move me up 6 spots, but would the Wizards do this for pick 9? They say no to that. What about if we try doing this with the Grizzlies for 10? They can afford to do this, and they agree to that. So we move up 5 spots. We move on from Markelle Fultz, who's an expiring contract. So I think Caden Boozer, full-time starting point guard. Jasper Johnson, backup point guard, since they're under contract for the next couple of years. Vince Rush out of Syracuse is the #1 overall pick. He is a 80 overall at the age of 19. Gotta be a stud. So I actually went with Simon Brewer, who I think can compete with Nico Budinger for the backup 5 spot behind Alex Sarr, 7-foot center, 260 out of Georgia. And I don't know if that was a great pick, but I'm excited about it nonetheless. So let's sign him because I'm gonna move on from Kevon Mooney. $3.5 million for Nico. I mean, let's pick it up, but I don't know if he's even going to play for us next year. Giannis is a free agent. It would be cool to go after him, but we can't afford him. That's part of the challenge for today. We got a cheap owner here. Is it Warren Buffett? Because he is from Nebraska, but I guess he would be probably the opposite of a cheap owner. Yeah, I'm not giving Bobby Klintman $24 million, but right now, like going into next year, we have Boozer, Jasper Johnson. We have Edgecombe, THT, and Stojakovic. We have Knox, could get a backup 3. We're looking for that starting power forward, but a lot of these guys here are going to cost me a decent amount. Tari Eason, I think, would be a good pickup. Taylor Hendricks as well, but we kind of need some of their prices to go down. All right, can I get Taylor Hendricks? 1 year, $14.99 million. Damn it. All right, so I'm going to sign Trey Murphy. $14.5 million in this year and next year, and then a team option on the 3rd year. He's going to be a stretch 4 for us, and we're going to get Klintman back on the qualifying offer. Player progression, this team could make the playoffs. This is going to be the last year of Alex Sarr in his rookie deal, so we have big extensions coming to some of these guys. All right, so this is how the starting 5 is going to look. Boozer, Edgecombe, Knox, Klintman, and Sarr with a bench of Trey Murphy. He's going to play more than Klintman, but come off the bench. THT, Jasper Johnson, Stojakovic, and Simon Brewer. We're going to be 3.5-star balance under Darko. First game of the year on the road against Denver. We get blown out. I feel like we've gotten blown out in our first game of the year every year of this rebuild. So here we go, year number 5. All right, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP. Koa Pete is your rookie of the year. Guess he didn't play at all last year. He would have been nice to have on the team for real, because we still don't know who our power forward is going to be. Buzelis is your 6th man of the year in New Orleans. Depoy Wemby, Cameron Boozer most improved, and Halliburton clutch player of the year. I think we disappointed this year, unfortunately. Stephon Castle, okay, breakout, wow, just was horrible. And okay, that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but I guess he was behind Chris Paul and Kyrie Irving at times. Bronny James on All-NBA 3rd team. You'll love to see it. I had a chance to sign him for the minimum, and I opted not to. We did get Jasper Johnson on All-Rookie 2nd team. Really efficient. I mean, that's a great point guard duo that we have right now. Did we not? We didn't make the playoffs or the play-in tournament. All right, we took a step back. So we went 41 games last year. We dropped to 36 and 46. That is quite unfortunate. I'm surprised this team was this bad this year. I thought we were improving in great ways. I mean, Alex Sarr was our #1 guy. He's about to get a nice extension from me. Maybe Edgecombe didn't take that next step. Maybe we have too deep of a rotation right now. But I think I'll probably be making a trade in the offseason because I don't want that to happen again. So yeah, 5 years in, no playoffs. It's going to be a very tough challenge. I wanted to have like a very tough road to maybe winning our first championship in this video. Hopefully we get one in this video as the Mavericks win in 5. Luka is your finals MVP. Drew, Steph, DeRozan, a couple guys from the 2009, I see 11 and 12 draft class retiring. Steph, Lillard, and DeRozan all head to the Hall of Fame. And we're going to have a lottery pick once again. The Airmen are projected the 8th overall pick in this draft. Could we get lucky? That'd be cool. Nope, we dropped to 9. The Storm are still picking high, man. 3rd overall in this draft. Darko, I'm going to bring back as our head coach. I still think he's the man for the job. All right, I may offer a very big deal here for Jabari Smith Jr. Trey Murphy, Taylor Horton Tucker, my 1st rounder, #9, my 2nd rounder, and my top 10 protected 1st rounder for Jabari Smith Jr. to play him alongside Alex Sarr. I'm allowed to trade for players making more than $15 million. I just couldn't sign anybody like that. Can we pull off this deal? They say yes to that. So it's a little scary financially because I'm going to pay Alex Sarr a bunch of money this offseason. We're going to have probably a tough test next year. because Edgecombe is going to be a free agent. Same with Boozer, same with Knox. These are cap holds, not what they're actually making. But it's going to be a little scary. I may lose my first round pick in a year from now. And I don't know if Jabari Smith's going to be the one that puts us over the top. The 9th overall pick, the Bucks took Nico Tavkar. All right, but we finally got a good power forward on this team. We're picking up all these team options right now. Qualifying offer, Sarr, Klipman, even Budinger I'll give it to. And we're going to sign Alex Sarr to a 5-year, $176 million extension. We can get Klipman back on the qualifying offer, which we're going to hope to pull off. But right now we have $19 million in cap space. Obviously, that's going to probably dip to like negative next year once I extend Edgecombe and potentially Carter Knox and Stojakovic as well. Damn, Asa Noel has a no kind of offers out there. Could I give him a 3-year deal, flat rate that? Probably will. Actually, I'll give him a 4-year deal. I'm going to send him to the G League next year if they don't match this. And he could be like a cheap power forward for us long term. Just kind of do it what I did with Andrei Stojakovic as well. And I think we're going to get Budinger and Klipman back on the QOs. There we go. Player progression. We're looking good. Hopefully the front court of Sarr and Jabari Smith and the progression of Edgecombe, Knox, Boozer, Klipman, and everybody else could take us to maybe a top 6 spot this year. All right, so here's going to be the rotation. Boozer, Edgecombe, Knox, Smith Jr., and Sarr with Klipman, Jasper Johnson, Double J, Andrei Stojakovic, and Simon Brewer off the bench. I'm going to send Asa Noel to the G League. He plays at Montverde, we just did, with like Cooper Flagg and Derek Queen and Liam McNeely. 4-star balance under Darko Rajakovic. Can we finally get a win on our first game of the year, or are we going to get blown out once again? No, we do the blowing out. Let's go. We love doing the blowing. All right, so at the end of the season, Victor Wembanyama wins the 2029 MVP. Reed Little, the #1 overall pick to Philadelphia, is your rookie of the year. He's a shooting guard, 84 overall. Shaden Sharp, 6th man of the year in Minnesota. Wemby Depoy, most improved, goes to Dame Sarr in Golden State. Clutch player of the year goes to Dylan Harper in LA. And then you have Alejandro Barbosa, once again, Coach of the year. Do we get any Omaha Airmen on the All-NBA teams? Unfortunately, we do not. Nothing on the all-defensive teams either, which is kind of brutal. So I know we're going to have some big free agency decisions to make at the end of the season because we got to worry about the salary cap situation. And we have Carter Knox. We have VJ Edgecombe. Like Andrei Stojakovic wants I think he wants 25 mil a year. So we're going to have to make some pretty tough decisions on who we're going to keep or not. But as you saw, we were the 1 seed here in the Western Conference, 32-9 in Omaha, 26-15 on the road. Scoring-wise, we were 3rd in the West. Defensive-wise, we were 1st. So this is pretty elite. And I think Jabari Smith is only going to be here for the 2 years of his contract. I'm not going to be able to afford him once he's done. He was fine, way better in the second half than he was in the first half of the year. Caden Boozer, I got to worry about extending him, not this offseason, but the following one because I need a franchise point guard. And I think Edgecombe and Knox are kind of redundant with each other. Obviously, I'd love to give them both the bag, but we're going to be well over the cap if we do so. And Alex Sarr, still really good, but didn't hit that 20-point per game threshold. Bobby Klipman has been improving. I mean, playing on the qualifying offer for us once again. We're taking on Dallas in round number 1. Not a great matchup going up against Luka. There's Donovan Clingan as well. Are we able to defeat them and advance? But you never know with going up against Luka. Shout out to Edgecombe, Sarr, and Klipman getting it done in game 1. Game number 2 is going to go to the Dallas Mavericks. There it is. We end up getting blown out. Luka 42, 7, and 13. Bryson Tucker at 31. This could be our best chance to do it. Oh, and we lost by 1 here in game number 3. This is just round 1. All right, so I'm making some lineup rotation changes. This is going to be still the same starting 5, but they are playing a ton of minutes for us. We're going to have a 4-man bench. Can we come back and show out here in game number 4? Yes, we do. We end up tying it up. We ended up winning 126-104. Let's go. Good game from Alex Sarr and Jabari Smith, the front court. That's where we should be winning. Oh, my God. We almost came back in the 4th. Damn. That could be our season right there. So, game 6 in round 1, and we're down 3-2. It's not even like we're up 3-2 and we're the 1 seed. Can we blow them out and then go back to Omaha, please? How did we allow 41 points in the second quarter? We are going to beat them by double digits. We beat them by 18. Here we go. Game 7 against the 8th seed. If we win, we would take on the Lakers, who have Dylan Harper. We're here in Omaha. We have a nice scoring first quarter. Where is the defense? There we go. Beautiful second quarter. That's what I'm talking about. And you're choking it a little bit. But we are going to come back down 3-2, and we are going to advance. So now we're taking on the LA Lakers, who have developed Jalen Hood-Schifino. Whoa! A pretty good player. Okay. Dylan Harper, Andre Jackson, Kobe Pete, who I thought about drafting before. They have AD still, Walker Kessler off the bench, Aaron Gordon, Isaac Okoro, some nice defensive players on their squad. Game 1 goes to LA in a defensive matchup. They won 91-87. Can we not go down 2-0? Let's go. We ended up winning by 29 points. Sarr with 28, 13, 5, and 6 blocks. Hell yeah. Game number 3 goes to the Lakers. We've been playing catch up all playoff long. Can we tie it up 2-2? Yes, we do. But are we going to go down 3-2 like it's been the moral of the story here in the 29 playoffs? No, we go up 3-2. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Let's win in 6. Yes. All right. In the conference finals, huge stuff, Carter Knox. I mean, it's pretty much between like Carter Knox and VJ Edgecombe who I'm keeping. So I'm keeping an eye on how they are going to go up against each other. I mean, they've been very similar, but Carter Knox has been, I think, a little bit better. So we're here in the conference finals taking on Kyrie and the Warriors. Not even Steph. Okay, Steph is no longer there. Game number 1, they're a 6 seed. Now, this is a series we should beat. Like, I shouldn't have to stress this one out. 2-0, that's what I'm talking about. We beat them by 1, though. Caden Boozer, great game. Game 3 goes to the Airmen. We won by 17. Caden Boozer, 30-8. He's having himself a hell of a conference finals run, and we ended up losing game number 4 by 1 point. Okay, game 5, don't do this. Boom, there we go. Conference finals, Caden Boozer drops 30. He's going to get conference finals MVP. It would be a crime if he doesn't. And we're going to be going up against the New York Knicks with Cooper Flagg. Caden Boozer was your Western Conference Finals MVP. So here we go, the Omaha Airmen versus the New York Knicks, who have a very, very fun team. Game number 1 goes to the Airmen. We ended up winning 106-103. Jasper Johnson off the bench, 17 points, led the team. Game number 2, Airmen, 132-126. That's what I'm talking about. Game 3, Airmen. And are we about to win the finals here in 2029? I mean, I would have liked to have done it on my home floor, but I guess we're going to do it in New York. And yeah, shout out to Caden Boozer, who's really stepped up in the playoffs. He's going to find Jabari Smith there, and he's going to slam that. He's got 25 points. But yeah, Caden Boozer's got 16, 7, and 8. Alex Sard, 19, 12, and 4. Bobby Klintman's in the game. VJ Edgecombe's in the game. Yeah, like I said, we're going to have to make some tough decisions, so I don't know if we will be back, but I'm glad I got a ring, man. So we turned this team around completely. There were some dark, dark years to start off this rebuild, but Caden Boozer is here to stay. He may be our best player. Oh, he is so shifty. He's going to get swatted by Kyle Filipowski. Jabari Smith fade, no good, unfortunately, but hey, we're still going to win the finals. And finals MVP is Carter Knox. All right, I think that makes my decision for me. He shot 43% from the field, 69% from the line, 39% from 3. I think we are going to keep him over VJ Edgecombe. So if VJ Edgecombe gets a deal from another team, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to match it. KD and Kyrie Irving head to the Hall of Fame. I don't know if we had any random draft picks here, but we will find out. The Airmen, no, nothing here. So the number 1 overall pick going to the Blazers, number 2 to the Clippers, number 3 to the Spurs. The Bucks from the Jabari Smith trade own our pick at 32. So we got Sean Hamilton with the last pick in the draft. Team player options, Boozer, welcome back. Like Jasper Johnson, I'm not going to be able to afford most likely, so he could be gone next year as well, because if I'm paying Boozer, I can't pay him. We're going to offer all these guys the qualifying offers. And like I said, if I'm over $15 million, I will not be able to keep my first round pick. So Bobby Klintman, we're going to let walk because I'm about to pay Carter Knox. Yeah, okay, Edgecombe wants more money. I'm not going to be able to afford him. I'm not going to be able to afford Stojakovic, but I think I will get him back on the qualifying offer, which will be nice. All right, and I'm going to sign Carter Knox to a 5-year, $161 million extension. Oh, that's going to put us at negative $39 million. Oh my God, yeah, I can't have that many max contracts. All right, well, if Jabari Smith opts in next year, I'm probably going to have to trade him. All right, well, maybe I couldn't even have afforded 2 max deals. All right, well, I'm going to lose my first round pick next year. I'm going to have to forfeit it. So whoever I draft, I'm going to just not sign. We are going to renounce the rights on Bobby Klintman. I guess I may as well go over. No, I did not mean to renounce the rights. I hate this game. Why is it automatically renouncing the rights on Edgecombe? Why? That is so stupid. Oh my God, and I just lost him. I was going to get him back on the qualifying offer, unless it allows me to offer him a 1-year deal. I hate this game so much. That is so stupid. All right, so we were going to get Trey Alexander, Nico Budinger, and Andrei Stojakovic back on the qualifying offer. This is the team. I'm not going to have my first round pick. I'm going to have to forfeit it because I'm well above the cap. So then I don't know if it's worth paying $30 million to Carter Knox either. Maybe I should have just paid like Andrei Stojakovic. Interesting. All right, so this is going to be the rotation. It's going to be Boozer, Stojakovic, Carter Knox, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alex Sarr, Jasper Johnson, Asanuo, Simon Brewer, and Trey Alexander off the bench. I kind of hope that, like, even if we win it all, yeah, I'm going to lose my first round pick, but it's going to be at 32, so it won't hurt too much. We're a 4.5 star balance under Darko Rajakovic. We'll see how we perform this year. We did start off the season with an L against the team that gave us the most run for our money in round number 1, the Dallas Mavericks, and we start off the year 0-2. Great. And VJ Edgecombe signed a 4-year, $172 million offer with the Phoenix Suns. Watch him win most improved this season. We do get our first win in game number 3 against the Thunder. All right, so I'm going to do this trade with the Nets. Jasper Johnson, who's a restricted free agent at the end of the year, I'm not going to be able to afford him. So I'm going to try to get something for him in return. The first round pick I was going to lose anyway. Trace Jackson Davis, who could be our backup 5 if we don't really love what Simon Brewer's doing, but I may flip Trey Jackson-Davis, and I'm going to get Frederick Paul, who is the former 12th overall pick that hasn't really played. That's going to take Johnson's spot. They want a second rounder. That's fine in that deal. So I make like a cost-cutting move. And of course, Bronny James is your MVP this season. Kareem Lopez. So the Sixers get Rookie of the Year back-to-back years. Rob Dillingham, Sixth Man of the Year. Sword Thompson, Depoy. Andre Stojakovic. Hey, it's not VJ Edgecombe. Man, he is good. I would like to extend him, but he's going to want a ton of money. We do get Alex Sarr, an all-defensive second team. I do wonder if he's worth my max contract, but I don't know. I think if I had to move somebody in the offseason, it would be, like, it's going to be Jabari Smith if he opts in, but I think I would move Carter Knox over Alex Sarr. We were the 2 seed behind the 1 seeded Suns with a backcourt of Bronny James, VJ Edgecombe. They also have Ron Holland, Keegan Murray. That's a fun team. Obviously a lot different than what it looks like currently. In the play-in tournament, we are going to be going up against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. They have former Arizona Wildcat Kai Boswell. They have Vassell Still, Reese Shea, and Grant Williams is there in San Antonio. Here were the stats with Caden Boozer leading us in scoring. I gotta re-sign him, so maybe we're not gonna be able to afford Carter Knox on this team, and we may have to move him and Jabari Smith unless I'm cool just dumping away my first round picks. But then the end of the bench is not gonna be great. But that's why we got Frederick Paul. Hopefully he's gonna be like a cheap, good backup guard. I no longer have to play Trey Alexander. We had 4 guys above a steal a game with 3 guys above a block a game, taking on San Antonio in game number 1. We end up beating them. We held them to 9 points in that third quarter. Game number 2 is going to go to Omaha. Game number 3 is also going to go to Omaha, and are we going to win this series? Yep, we sweep them. Great start to the playoffs. Hopefully no championship hangover for us. Sarr and Boozer getting it done. We're taking on Golden State, who we beat in the conference finals last year, but they signed Stephon Castle in free agency. Still have Kuminga. That's also a solid team. I think we're still better than them, but they could definitely beat us, and they are going to beat us in 7. No, a championship hangover. Oh, were we down 3-1 as well? Damn, we ended up losing game 1 by 6. We were down 2-0, 2-1. Yeah, it was a 3-1 series. Then we won by 16. Stojakovic played well, man. And then we ended up blowing them out in game 6. But game 7, we lost by 4. That is unfortunate. So we end up losing here early in the 2030 playoffs. You have the Warriors and the Celtics. A rematch of 10 years earlier in 2022. And the Celtics win it all with Darren Peterson being your finals MVP. They get revenge on Golden State. So obviously we're not going to have any picks in this upcoming draft. Our pick going to the Nets is at 29. All right, so two-player options. Jabari Smith Jr. opts out. Yeah, we're going to have to let him walk. We're not going to be able to afford him back. Simon Brewer, I think I'm going to... Do I want to say I may trade him? Sean Hamilton, I'm going to let walk because we do have Trace Jackson-Davis. Luka had a $70 million option. So Nico Budinger, I'll give the qualifying offer to. Stojakovic, I mean, if I can get it back on the QO, great, which I think I will. And then Caden Boozer, we're going to have to extend. So I'm able to move Carter Knox right now. I mean, salary cap-wise, we're negative $31 million. How? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Maybe it's still like accounting for some of the cap hold. All right, so before I trade Carter Knox, I want to see what some of these contracts are going to look like. Jabari Smith Jr., we are going to let walk, so we're going to renounce the rights on him. We're going to get a little bit worse, so I have to find some replacement. I'm going to renounce the rights on most of these guys. We had to sign an old Reeves, Winslow, and Levine last year. And I'm going to sign Andreas Stojakovic, 4 years, $62 million, 5 year, $162 for Boozer, and 1 year, $4 million for Kenyon Martin if they allow me to sign him. There we go. So that ended up free agency. I think we are going to make some trades. So player progression, this is what we got right now. Sarr up to a 92. I still think we can win a championship without Jabari Smith Jr. Now, if I look at my finances, we still have, like, we're good on the cap right now. I'm debating if I want to move Carter Knox. If I feel like we're fine at wing with like Stojakovic being the lead like distributor on the wing, I can move Knox for more of a 4. But you know what? I think we may be fine next year. If I have to make a move at the deadline, I will. I think Asanuo could maybe be in as our starting power forward next year. All right, so the 2031 season, it's going to be Boozer, Stojakovic, Knox, Newell, and Alex Sarr. Simon Brewer, Trey Jackson-Davis are going to be off the bench. I kind of want like somewhat of a wing. But we're going to see what Frederick Paul can do in a little bit more minutes. I may need to trade for a wing. We're not going to play Alexander. We brought back Winslow. We also have Jared McCain I signed as well, who I could give some run to, or Kobe Johnson. But I think we're going to see, like, Caden Boozer's going to get 37 minutes a night. We're going to go 34 to Stojakovic, 34 to Carter Knox. And I would like to probably go a decent amount. I don't even know if I really want to play Nico Budinger, but we could. Let's do, for Alex Sarr, let's do 35, and then we can do a couple more to Newell. I don't plan on this team being super good, but I still think we should be a top 6 seed in the Western Conference. And Bronny just goes back-to-back winning MVPs. The Rookie of the Year goes to the 2nd overall pick to the Pistons, Keon Cooper, a center out of Nova. Kai Boswell, 6th man of the year, Wemby Depoy. And we got somebody on an all-NBA team. It's Caden Boozer. Well, I'm glad I extended him, and we've developed him to being one of the top 5 players in the NBA. So the is the first time I think we've seen an airman get on an All-NBA team, and it's on an All-NBA first team, which is kind of dope. So we don't get anything else across the board. We were under the cap this year, or like under the $15 million thing, so we are going to be getting our first round pick, unless something drastically changed. Now, yeah, negative $5 million. So we're good there. And so Stojakovic's contract goes down, Knox's goes down, Sarr and Boozer. So yeah, that's going to save me a little bit of money, but we have a lot of free agents. So we were the 4 seed this year, which is a little disappointing. I mean, we ended up winning 50 games. If we won 2 more, we would have been the 2 seed. The Suns have been like the best team in the league now, or at least the best regular season team in the West for the last 2 years. So Stojakovic is kind of a beast. I'm glad we've developed him. And that strategy of like nobody wanted him. We signed him to a 4-year cheap deal, sent him in the G League. And yeah, he was the second to last pick in the 29 draft, or excuse me, in the 25 draft, or the third to last pick with 32 teams. And it's worked out. I was hoping it would do the same for Asanuel, but he wants $21 million in his extension, which I'm obviously not giving it to him. But he does have 1 more year left on his deal. All right, so we're taking on the Utah Jazz in round number 1 with Keontae George, Malik Thomas, Hugo Gonzalez, Jeremy Sohan, Dale Houston. They brought back Donovan Mitchell, but for some reason he's coming off the bench. He's still a 90 overall at the age of 34. I think we'll beat them, but you never know. 2-2, 3-2. Oh my God, back-to-back years we've lost in 7. Oh my God, in game 7 we lost by 1 point. Andre, 7 for 22. Sarr. Is Sarr the guy to lead this team? I know he's good defensively, but offensively, man, it's like we're paying Rudy Gobert all this money, who can kind of hit threes. Oh, that's brutal. Caden Boozer can only carry this team so far. I mean, we have a really good backcourt. I don't know if Knox, I don't know. I think we're going to make some big decisions this offseason because we only have 2 more years left of this rebuild. So the finals are between the Denver Nuggets and the Milwaukee Bucks. Now the Bucks have Zion, but no longer have Giannis. The Nuggets still have Nikola Jokic. Let's see who wins the 2031 finals, or excuse me, 2033 finals, and that goes to the Bucks in 7. Ahmad Noel is your finals MVP. I have no idea if he's related to Asa on our team. So we will have our first round pick. Man, the Storm have been picking in the lottery every year. I feel bad for them. So we are going to be selecting 26 in this draft. We're going to get a good stretch for an upgrade over Asa Noel, and we're going to get Taylor Hendricks here. We're also getting Andre Jackson in this trade, who I may flip. I am throwing Carter Knox in this deal, which is going to be a big loss, but I think we have a good enough like shot creating like wing in Stojakovic already. Asanuel I'm not going to be able to afford next year, so I might as well move him now. And we're going to welcome back an old friend. I think they'll do this. I've tried to play around with this trade, but I'm going to try to get Bobby Klintman back and a second for Andre Jackson, my first this year, and a second, and they are going to agree to that. So we've switched up this team a little bit. I think we will have cap space in free agency when that starts. Hendricks is making 22. Yeah, like Brewer's going to be gone. I may change like Klintman's position to a small forward. He is 6'10 though. We'll see. So Frederick Paul, $6 million. I will bring back. I mean, we'll check our salary cap table before free agency starts. I mean, Brewer we can bring back. I mean, I might as well just offer all these guys the qualifying offers because we could trade them theoretically. Oh, I could afford a $30 million small forward. That would be sick. But I'm not allowed to offer any contract bigger than $15 million for a player that isn't ours. So yeah, I'm trying to see. I guess I should try to add a small forward here. I mean, it says we're negative $11 million. Damn. Actually, I don't know. I think it should get better than that. So I'm going to go after Perry Peters here. 6'8". He's coming off a season where he shot 37 from 3, 44% from the field, a little bit of rebounds, a little bit of assists. He's 27 years old. Could I give him a 3-year deal worth $30 million? And we are going to sign him on that. I also need a backup 5. So I want to see if I can get Hunter Dickinson, former Jayhawk, on a 1-year deal worth $4.75 million. We are going to renounce the rights on Budinger and Simon Brewer. So kind of an end of an era for Brewer, 10th overall pick. I mean, if I get him back, I don't know if I want him on the qualifying offer. It's a lot of money. Yeah, we're going to let him walk. Trace Jackson Davis as well. And we'll bring in, we're going to bring in Hunter Dickinson. I think he'll accept the deal. And then like the rest of the team is just going to be kind of minimum contracts. Oh, and I do want a backup point guard as well. I would actually bring in Craig Porter Jr., 2-year deal, team year next year. Actually just a fallout 2-year deal. He could bring us till the last year of this video. Boom. All right, so this is what the rotation is going to look like. Boozer, Stojakovic, Hendricks, Klintman, Sarr. A lot of size, a lot of length. Peters, Porter Jr., Paul, and Dickinson off the bench. Here we go. 4.5-star balance once again. We'll see if we can maybe recapture what we did a few years ago. Damn, I thought that was going to be Caden Boozer that won MVP, but his brother ended up winning it in Houston, averaging under 20 points per game. They must have had like an insane record. 63-19. I mean, like, that's okay. We do get Caden Boozer, an all-NBA first team. We don't get Alex Sarr on an All-NBA team. You know, maybe Sarr did get it when I said it before, and I may have just forgot like earlier in this video. We are the 2 seed in the West. We're going to be going up against the OKC Thunder. We finished the season with 52 wins. The Thunder were 10 games above 500. They still have a good team. I mean, they still have Shea, but they have Aiden. Well, if they have Chet coming off the bench, that's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. We had 3 20-point-per-game scorers. Boozer at 24, 6, and 10. He could have won MVP. He should have won MVP. 21-11 for Sar and 2 blocks tonight. Andrei Stojakovic had 20 points per game. Come on, let's do something in the playoffs. I don't want to lose in round 1 again. We're tied 2-2. We're up 3-2 against the 7-seeded Thunder team. And we got to go to a game 7 again, man. We have lost in game 7 for the last 2 years in the Western quarterfinals. And last year, it was in round 1. Don't let it happen here. We're at home. Come on. Go down with the fight. Please don't lose this. All right. We're up by 2. 9 minutes to go. We're up by 2 with 4 minutes to go. Up by 2 with 3 minutes to go. Up by 3. Don't choke this. We're up by 2. Don't lose this. If we lose this, I'm going to cry. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? What just happened? Overtime? Oh my God, thank God we have the ball. Boozer's got 24, 12, and 14. I mean, I could try to get for a 2-for-1 really quickly. Just don't turn it over, Boozer. Inside. Oh my God, he got stripped. No. All right, we don't have to foul. Oh my God, we don't have to foul. Sar, what are you doing? All right, why do we have Alex Sar guarding Shea? I don't even know how I'm going to help. I mean, I'm going to help here with Klintman. All right, I'm right here. Good defense. Good defense. That's what I'm talking about. Stojakovic, stay in the corner. I can't really help. I can't help. Okay, no way he hits that. No way he hits that. Let's go. All right, 8 seconds left. I probably should call timeout. Boozer, please. It's not going to go in. No shot. That was such a stupid look. All right, well, for the 3rd straight year, we lost in 7. I don't know why. I should have called maybe timeout. I wanted to hit it to Stojakovic. I thought I was going to get doubled, and it didn't happen. Damn, that sucks. We got 1 more year. And the Thunder ended up in the NBA Finals. Great. So we kind of got screwed with that round 1 matchup. And the Cavs win in 6 with Garland being your Finals MVP in the year 2032. AD went to the Hall of Fame, got his jersey retired by the Pelicans and the Lakers. I don't care about my 1st round pick next year because it's the final year of this video. So I will go so far over the cap. And the Storm, once again, are picking in the top 3. Number 2 overall pick. Darko Rajakovic, I think, has 1 more year left of his contract. No, he's a free agent. I think I'm going to bring him back, though. He won a title for us. We got Benjamin Barnes at 29 and Abe Smith in the 2nd round. Frederick Paul, I'm going to pick up that team option, but I think I'm going to move him. And we're going to do this trade with the Cavs. I'm going to trade Frederick Paul and Perry Peters. We're going to get Jeremiah Robinson Earl in this deal, but I'm getting a Dembona, who is an upgrade over Perry Peters, and I don't really need Frederick Paul and Craig Porter Jr. on this team. They are going to agree to that. And I'm going to try to sign Victor Bryant in free agency on a 2-year deal, and that is going to happen. I could also sign Terquavion Smith as well, so I'm going to give him a 3-year deal, and we're going to have somewhat of a deeper roster now. All right, and for the final year, I think I'm going to run a 10-man rotation for the regular season. It's going to be Smith, Bryant, Robinson Earl as the 3 last spots. Craig Porter Jr. can get like 17 minutes a night. Bobby Klintman as the 6th man. Sar can get 33. Hendricks can get 30. Let's go 30 to Dembona as well. I'd like to go probably 35 to Stojakovic. Well, that's not going to happen. Let's do 33. Yeah, we'll do 33 all around. We're 4.5-star balanced under Darko Rajakovic. Please give me, I already got 1 ring, so I'm not like freaking out if I don't get one, but I'd like to get a ring to end the video. So for the final season, Caden Boozer MVP. Didn't average as many points as last year, but more assists and average a double-double per game. Beast of a draft pick for us. He is only 25 years old. I guess he was 18 or 19 when we drafted him because we're in year 10 now. Bob Hines, Rookie of the Year. Kai Boswell, 6th man. Ron Holland, Depoy. Most improved goes to Taylor May. Bronny, Clutch Player of the Year. 69 and 13 for the final year. Darko Rajakovic. That's what I'm talking about. Alex Sar, All-NBA 3rd team as well. And we are going to be the 1 seed in the Western Conference. Oh, man. If we don't get to the conference finals this year, I will be very upset. I guess getting a Dembona was a huge upgrade for us, just to have somewhat of a swingman defender. Taking on the Lakers in round number 1. They no longer have AD. He has retired, but they still have a pretty good team left over. They are an 8 seed. They pushed us to 5 games, but we are going to defeat them and get our first playoff series victory in quite some time. So now we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks here in round number 2. I'm going to probably trim down the rotation a little bit. Still have Luka. Are we going to be able to defeat Luka and advance to the conference finals? Well, we were down 2-0. Great start. Can we at least tie it up 2-2? There we go. Can we win 3 unanswered? Nope. We have to go to a game 6. Oh, and it's got to be in Dallas. Game 6 on the road to win this, just to force a game 7 against the 4 seed. Come on. We're good. We're doing well right now. We're doing well. Do not choke this. Up by 6 here in the 4th. Oh my God, we choked this. We really got outscored by 15. Oh no. Oh no. Are they about to tie it? All right, we're up by 4. This is good. Up by 5. Come on, force the game 7. If we blow a 5-point lead in 13 seconds, we never deserve to be here. Boom, win by 8. All right, here we go. Game number 7 against Dallas. They gave us a fight. We went to 7 against them when we won it all. Maybe that's going to happen again this year. Maybe they got to push us to 7 for us to unlock something and go balls to the wall. And we end up beating them. Stojakovic with the 30-piece. Let's go. Here we are, conference finals against the team that beat us last year. They brought back an old friend, Josh Giddey. Can we beat them in advance to the NBA Finals? Oh, yes, we do. We beat them in 6. AJ Dembance is your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Caden Boozer in the West. All right, that is a sick 1 through 4. I mean, just Dembance and Scotty Barnes at your 3 and 4 is kind of filthy. Scotty's 31. Dembance is 26. They have DeJounte Murray off the bench. All right, Omaha versus Toronto. Game 1 goes to Toronto. Game 2 to Omaha. Game 3 to Toronto. We have to win Game 4. Oh, no. Don't lose the finals. Don't do this to me. No! You got me all the way there just for me to lose. And AJ Dembance is your finals MVP. Damn, that is brutal. Sar was doing all he could. Boozer as a number 2. Bona and Hendricks both struggled from the field. And we ended the 10-year expansion rebuild with 1 ring. At least we won it in 2029. But hey, this was going to be the challenge to this. I wasn't allowed to use a trade finder. I wasn't allowed to make any big free agency signings. And if I went over the cap by a certain amount, I was going to lose my first round pick. So into those restrictions, I thought we had a decent amount of success because we got off to a really bad start entering that rebuild, which made sense. We made some good draft picks. We had to make some tough decisions. And we won it all in 2029. Shout out to Carter Knox being that finals MVP. So yeah, that is going to be it for me though. Hope you guys did enjoy this 10-year expansion rebuild. If you guys have any other rebuild suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I will be doing the elimination rebuilds throughout the playoffs. So like the Hawks one you guys already saw. This week we'll be doing the playing tournament eliminations, and then obviously any team that gets eliminated in round number 1, we're going to be doing a rebuild off that as well. So thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.